Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. This Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past video is the sixth part of the complete walkthrough. We will be completing the first dungeon in the Dark World and get the first crystal. You will need 110 rupees to enter. First we're going to get a key item for later on as it's close by. Start by jumping off to the right to get a heart container. Head down to the bottom of the pyramid. You are going to face many new enemies which are dark counterparts to the enemies in Light World. The first two is the classic moblin from the original game. They are the piggish monsters that throw spears that you can block with your shield. And the other is a snapdragon. Plant creatures with teeth will do heavy damage if they hit you, and they move diagonally so you can use that to your advantage. Head right one screen and up one screen. Follow the path and defeat the moblins, and when you get to the next screen, you will face an enemy called a roper. They are basic enemies that jump towards you. Head right and go past the basic shop and lift up the big green thing from the ground and follow the path to the right. Watch out when near water, as fish creatures called Ku will appear and fire projectiles at you, which you can block with your shield. A new enemy will be in this area called Slaroks, which are essentially the Dark World's version of Octoroks, and do the same attack with throwing rocks. Head down and jump in the brown pit. Go up the ladder and then head up one screen and read the sign to know you are in the right place and it's a clue. Go down the ladder and pick up the skull. Go in the water, and on the left hand side is a circle of rocks. Throw the skull in the circle and a big fish will come out and give you the Quake medallion, which is handy as it allows a jump strike move which shakes the ground. It uses the magic meter. Then backtrack all the way to the screen that's next to the pyramid at the start of the video. Head down one screen. There is a big enemy, the debut of the Hinox, a semi-recurring enemy in the franchise. It will throw bombs at you and takes 5 hits to defeat them. The other new enemies which will be coming straight for you are Taros, and they are similar to the sword soldiers and will make a beeline to you. Head right one screen and then up one screen. Head right and you will see an arrow pointing up. Go up and you will be in the bushes. Make your way up and head left. Keep heading left through the bush and go up and to the right. Then head down when you see the skull statue and go into the big green bush and navigate to the right exit, and a monkey will appear behind you. Give him the 10 rupees he asks for, then head right up and then you will see the entrance to the dungeon. To get it open, give the monkey 100 rupees and you can enter. Head left, stand on the switch to open the door and head through and you will face a new enemy, the debut of the Helmasaur, a semi-recurring enemy of the franchise. It has an armoured face so you have to attack it from the side or the back, or you can throw any object nearby for a quick defeat. Head through the top door, there will be 2 statues firing projectiles at you. Quickly pick up the bottom right skull and press the switch and get the chest containing a small key, and then return to the entrance of the dungeon. You have to pick up the top left skull in the room that had the Helmasaur to open up the door. Head through the middle entrance and through the locked door. You will have a new enemy coming towards you, turtle creatures called terrapins, and you can't harm right now, so avoid them. And you have got blue berries, jellyfish creatures that every now and again will be electrified, which means you can't hit them close with the sword or you will get damaged. They are weak enemies. Head to the right path and then quickly move the right brick to the right and follow it to reach the floor below. Pick up the skull and press the switch and you will be attacked by some Stalfos. Defend yourself and get the small key from the chest. Then avoid the turtles and get to the top right corner and pick up any skull to access the teleporter to escape the area. Quickly head up to avoid the anti-fairy, push the left side statue to the left, then head back up the room with the turtles. Get a bomb ready, and then head to the left palm and bomb the crack, and then fall down to the floor below. Head up through the locked door and get the big key from the chest. Jump off to the right and end up in a familiar room. Move out of the way to let the turtles move away from the teleporter, and then use the portal and return to the room with the turtles and jellyfish enemies. Head up on the right path and go through the door. Get the small key from the chest and go to the arrow and walk on it, and it will safely get you to the next path. Quickly defeat the hard hat beetles. Remember, they can bounce you off ledges. Then head left and go through the locked door. This section is tricky as you got to quickly get to the other side and the floor will start to crumble. And there will be 2 Helmasaurs in the way. Use a skull pot to take the first one, and then Quake medallion would be good to use as you can turn it into a defensive slime and then quickly defeat it with your sword. Then head right 1 screen, it's only a compass in the chest, not really necessary. Head up to either exit. Lots of blue rupees in this area to get, and you can use the magic powder to turn the anti-fairies into fairies, and get the small key from the right chest. Then return to the previous room. Head left and then go through the locked door on the left. You will be in a dark maze and it's full of condongos. If you got full health, your Master Sword magic can go through some of the walls, but so can the condongo's fire attack. Head to the left corner for a chest and then aim to get to the bottom left, and then go to the bottom right to get a chest with a small key. Then up, still on the right hand side, is a crack on the wall. You can bomb to get the magic hammer. The magic hammer is used to bash down various poles, and it can help defeat the terrapins. Use your magic mirror to get back to the entrance of the dungeon and go back in and head straight up to return to the room of terrapins and berries, and take the left path and go up one screen. In the next room, go straight down the stairs so you can safely defeat the hard hat beetles, including a stronger red version, and then go up the left path, carefully defeat that hard hat beetle, take the arrow to jump to the middle area, then use the boomerang to hit the switch at the bottom to red and exit to the right. In this room, go and pick up the skull container at the top right to reveal a switch, and push the nearby statue to stand on the switch to keep the door open and go through. In this room you will face some new enemies. They will mimic your movements as you take them out with the bow and arrow. Start with the weaker green ones. You can line them up as they walk the opposite direction of you. The red one is stronger and more deadly, as if you directly face them, they will throw out a fireball at you. They are faster. To defeat these, you fire the bow and arrow just to the left or right of them, and then move so it moves in the arrow's way. Go through the now open door, and in this area you have a spike moving up and down. Time yourself and hit the switch, then as soon as it passes on the left, quickly run to the right and shoot an arrow in the statue to open up. In this room, use your hammer to hit the moles to go through, and practice hitting the terrapins with your hammer. Hit them once and they will flip, so you can hit them with your sword and defeat them. They don't stay on their backs for long, and if you hit your hammer near them again, they will flip back over, but can be instantly defeated if you hit them with the hammer. Go left near the blue squares and use your boomerang to hit the switch, and you can exit to the left. There will be two terrapins coming towards you in this enclosed corridor. The next room is a tricky room, and there is a boss fight coming up, so make sure you got some health if you need it. The room will close and you'll have to defeat 6 terrapins that are coming towards you, and you can't mash the hammer as you will keep flipping them over. So use it once and go wild with your sword, and then move around before the others get to you, and keep using your hammer and sword to defeat the enemies, and you can exit to the door to the right. Move the brick at the top right to access the teleporter, and you will be on a long bridge having to defeat several pairs of terrapins, and then go through the boss door. The boss is the Helmasaur King, and the first thing you need to do is get rid of the helmet protecting its weak spot in its face. You can hit it and destroy it with the hammer. I prefer doing it with bombs. Lay a few bombs around and he walks up and down and around, but the splash damage is generous with the bombs, so they mostly catch the helmet. When it starts swishing its tail fast left and right, it's going to do an extended attack with the tail, and going into one of the bottom corners usually avoids this attack. Its other attack is it will open its small mouth and spit out a fireball that will split into 3 fireballs, and those will split into 4, spitting out in 4 diagonal directions. Once the mask is gone, its green weak spot will be exposed. Use your bow and arrow to defeat it. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.